Alright, what is going on, everyone? Today's video, kind of a requested video. People want to know more about the metaphysical side, more in-depth metaphysical side of semen retention. How retention can affect not only physically, emotionally, mentally, but on the metaphysical side. And what does that really mean? So, metaphysical is something obviously beyond the physical. There's more. So we have our physical bodies, we have our emotional, we have our mental bodies, we also have an energetic body, an astral body, and there's so many different layers to this. And how does one thing affects everything else? You make one little change in your life and it shifts everything else. Everything gets reoriented to the caliber of recalibrated to what you just did. So this is shifting. So we're going to talk about parallel realities. We're going to talk about different universes. We're going to talk about different dimensions. How your actions and behaviors are going to change the more you retain. How people treat you. The benefits that you get. Pros and cons. We have a lot to cover, and it's going to be it's obviously going to be very in depth, this video. So stay strapped in. We're going to go down the rabbit hole for this one. So if you see here, these are all the talking points of what we're going to cover today. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So first off, let's talk about the chakra. So you have the root chakra, which is your pelvic floor, your pelvic muscles, your sacrum. All these muscles hold these organs. Each organ has its own intelligence, energy, information that it gives to the body and goes directly to the brain. So how you're going to think, how creative you are or lack of is going to be affected. The information is being fed to your brain, and your brain is very powerful. It's a transmitter. It gives out frequencies, energies, vibrations out into everything else, which I just brought up, that everything gets shifted and reoriented depending on the changes you make. Even a thought is going to change everything, because it's going to dictate the behavior you move into. It's going to dictate how creative you are and the ability to manifest. So ability to manifest relationships, money, all these certain things. So it's going to affect a lot. So it's a lot deeper. It's a lot more than just take action. You know, people say semen retention is just placebo. You have more of these, you have more focus, and that's why you're doing it. It's all in your mind, it's all in your head. But what I'm saying is there's an energetic component, a metaphysical component that most people are unaware of, because in this society we're just not taught that. It's a forgotten ancient practice and subject topic that we are starting to get into but don't really know, even though it's just lost. It's ancient wisdom, you know, like Chinese medicine. You have the meridian points, you have channels of energy, channels of prana, you have ojas. There's so many different things that comprise of the human body than just flesh. We're more than bones, or more than blood, or all these different things. And when you go deep enough, we're just energy, atoms, molecules, particles. So this is where you get into quantum. This is where you get into the metaphysical side. There's that component that we don't really talk about in some Nofap videos, or, you know, mainstream society. The metaphysical reality that's going on in play, like the behind the scenes of what's actually happening. So you have what you can see in your human senses. I can see a tree here, I can see the sky, and I can just see like physical things. But what is beyond that, when you go look at it very closely in depth, there's an energetic world, you know. And then we get into the spiritual world, which is what we are dealing with when it comes to the metaphysical side of semen retention. Because when you start attracting, let's say you're attracting a mate, you're actually setting off these thought waves, you're setting off these vibrations or frequencies that you're communicating with said information that you're sending off, right? In other words, you want this particular kind of partner, and how you feel on the inside, you're trying to match and attract that said partner, and you usually get back exactly what you're feeling on the inside, what your depth is. So you may not have met the person, but you're communicating with that energy. So therefore it comes back in energy, but in a physical form. That energy is in a physical form, another human being. And the same thing works with money. So semen retention, what this does is, back to the chakras, this semen retention, what this does is gives us more fuel, more energy. You are a knife. When you're at a lower frequency, you are depleted, you have low energy in your physical body, metaphysical, energetic body, you have low energy. Your ability to manifest is more difficult. It is like an uphill battle, rather than you get to flow with life. You get to, if ease, you manifest with ease. You're a higher vibration. These energies are just more drawn to you. So it's you're flowing. You have it's like there's no blockages. So let's say your root chakra. This is the chakra of resources, sexuality, family, tribal. This is survival, right? So when you have an underactive root, you're more stuck in a state of survival. You're maybe more anxious, you're more aggressive because you are looking for threats. You are trying to gather resources. You may be lacking money, or your body will feel this lack of money. So when you start practicing semen retention, this energy will charge up. It's like a boost, and you'll be more healthy. It'll be and it can kind of go overactive at some point. That's why transmutation and yoga and meditations come into play, which we'll talk about in a bit. And so it gets more healthy, and this is where you will metaphysically attract more money. You will just find your brain will look for opportunities. Your brain will look for more resources, ways to mate. It'll do this subconsciously. You have more energy, and your mind will take over. So so that's the root chakra side. So when you heal your root chakra, that's why people report that they have more money coming in. They just start attracting more money. And along with semen retention and your beliefs, your limiting beliefs, again, your blockages that are sending out information, vibrations out into the universe, this energetic world, you can either again, so if you have a root chakra that's low of energy, right, and you're still sending off these vibrations, but you're kind of sending off these vibrations of lack, or like it's harder, it's more difficult for you because you don't have much energy, you don't have much oomph and fuel behind, like I'm grabbing something. When you have more energy, the vibrations that you're sending out will matchmake and bring right back more of your more finances, more money. And I notice this whenever I'm depleted or I relapse, I lose more money or I make less money. Somehow I revert. I can take steps back. And the days that I'm higher, even the economy changes. Certain things like that. It's again, this is like the economy changes. I'm saying you attract more money somehow, some way, and that's what I'm saying. Everything shifts to you, to your reality. So this is where like other realities step in. You will step into a reality where the economy has changed, in a collective economy. It's almost like shifting into another world, another universe, where things are going better for you, not just you, but all people around you. The world changes when you change. That's not just a saying. Okay, so your mind, your brain will look for more opportunities, and no matter what's happening in the world, regardless, if there is like a bad economy or whatever, it's not going to affect you personally, because if you are right energetically, then it may affect other people, but you will be fine. You will not have, you will not go broke. You'll not be affected by what's happening outside of you. It's only your internal reality, the universe, the you. So that's going to be what shifts into how it's affecting you, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, so things will just orient to your level of energy. Do not have to worry about anything else, anybody else, but either the way you are vibrating your energy to your body, and you have to make sure you're always protecting your energy. You have to make sure that you are taking care of your energy and trying to elevate and get better and higher in energy. And semen retention is what I found one of the most powerful tools that you can do that. But just because you retain does not mean that everything is healed, because what's happening, the longer you retain, again, you have more energy in your body flowing, but that can show up in many ways. Some people can get aggressive, some people can get sad, some people can get anxious, depressed, some people can experience a lot happier and better mood, and better to manifest things. What's happening is, again, you have more energy. So when people do full moon rituals, the reason why they do this and why the moon is very powerful, it is giving you more energy. So the moon's energy is like, Master Ko says this, it's like fertilizer on the grass. Everything grows faster. It's like, how I look at it is, you play Mario Kart. When you're racing in the car in the track, there's like these like rainbow boosters that you drive over and you speed up, you advance quicker. That's what the full moon does. It helps you advance quicker. No. It gives you more of an energy boost, but where it's directed is up to you. If you're already very anxious, you have more energy towards that anxiety. If you're depressed, if you're very happy, then you're gonna feel even more happy. So you're gonna feel even more of something that you already feel. So that's what happens with semen retention. You feel more of what you already feel. This is an opportunity to help heal and get rid of trauma and clear up energy. This is why transmutation is very important. This is why yoga is very important, because you're releasing the tension and allowing the energy to finally unblock and move out of your body so you can finally heal. But if you don't do anything, then semen retention will not grant you the opportunity that it can, but you have to do the work. It's always going to be work here. So semen retention it's very similar to like a psychedelic trip. When you do deep, very powerful, deep visceral breathing that charges up your body, it's very similar to that too. It's just like almost a lazy way. You just retain. You just make sure you hold it. You have to still sacrifice to hold in your nut. And what this does to your brain on another level, I found that it helps you reach an alpha frequency state brainwave. Because if you're in a beta, you have more activity. You have more of like you have too much stimulus in your brain. This is what porn brain can look like. You're too stimulated all the time. You have a harder time being able to fully relax and be alert, aware. And this is where spiritual growth can come from alpha and theta brainwave, which is a lot more relaxing, able to be receptive and understand and retain information. Creativity comes from these states, brainwaves, because they're calm, they're relaxed. Inspiration, creativity comes from a relaxed state, not when you're very stimulated, because that's like fight or flight. That is fear, and your brain is stuck in trying to survive rather than prosper. Meridians. Okay, so I have the root chakra, how it gets you out of survival mode as you increase your semen retention and your days, and it's making your body feel less depleted and more in like an abundance and prosperity. Your brain will look for opportunities and not for ways to survive. Metaphysically attract things. So how you attract with semen retention, right? So female energy, we don't mean female as in female physical female, but female energy like nature. Your money is female nature, like pleasure and all these things. They can come into your reality now because you're out of survival. The root chakra is about this. Then you start going into your sacred higher chakras, which is about pleasure. It's about self-confidence, realizing your potential, self-actualization. It is about moving forward in life and doing things you enjoy and not trying to survive. You're getting out of survival and going to the higher chakras, and you find spirituality, spiritual connection. So the higher you go, you do find that spirituality comes natural, because your body, your brain looks for higher means of energy. Again, you're not in survival. That's one of the biggest things. In the third dimension, we are almost stuck to survival. We have a 9-to-5 job. You barely have any time for yourself. You barely have any time for spirituality. As soon as you get off work, you have to get ready for the next day, and that's a cycle every single day. So you have to get out of that. Semen retention helps you get out of that. The matrix, the system of the rat wheel, stuck every single day, not moving forward, just the same thing each and every single day. Get you out of that. Parallel realities. So again, briefly, parallel realities is like when you make a change. You're now practicing your semen retention, and now you have a new reality. You are this version of you now. Let's say you're depleted. You are in that reality of depletion, and things around you become not so good. You become more of a stuck in place. People may not treat you the way you want. You may have difficulties making money, difficulties making connections and attracting a mate. The higher energy you go, everything else changes. You attract better nature scenes. You attract better environments. You're able to sense what is healthier, what your body wants, because your body wants to maintain a level of energy. It wants to maintain homeostasis, right? So you go higher in energy, your body is going to naturally detect better things at that energy. So you may want to eat McDonald's when you're at a lower state. At a higher state, you still may eat it, but you're not going to deeply resonate to it. You may be like, McDonald's, I can do it, but I'd rather eat this organic, fresh, natural food, because that energy of that natural food resonates better with your higher self, with your body, with what the energy of your body is. So your consciousness, your body is a higher vibration. You're a higher energy. So it wants to maintain this. Your reality will shift to this level of energy. Everything around you will change. People will change. Your job will change. The co-workers, people you talk to, people will come out of your life. All these things will be affected by the level of energy that you vibrate at. And that means what you want to consume, information, food, information, the things you watch. All these things will change when you change, and that's another topic I can talk about when it comes to that. When you're at higher energy, people will be attracted to your energy, but we will attract two different kinds of people: people that want your energy and people that want to give you energy at the same level. It's a mutual respect. You give energy, you get energy, you give and get, and so that you both stay above. But some people may want the energy for themselves and try to bring you back down to the old level, a different reality. So it's this has occurred to me, maybe like another dimension trying to sweep you back down, lower vibrational energy. So beware of that. It's a whole other video too. Meridians, ability to manifest and gain energy and power. You choose. Okay, so this is the last one. This is pretty deep. So I noticed this theme in many movies. Usually, it's always a protagonist, antagonist. You have Spider-Man, you have Batman, like pretty much any movie, any superhero movie, and also in particular Star Wars. You have the Force. You have the energy, the universal energy that we're all connected to, and we all have the ability to harness more energy. What we do with this energy is up to us. In the universe, there's no such thing as right or wrong. That is a us thing, it's a moral thing. The more energy you have, the more influence you have, power you have over other things, other people. Now, this energy can be good or bad, right? Good or bad, according to us. It can be trying to influence people in a bad way. It could be influence people in a good way. That ultimately is up to you. But semen retention gives you the ability to gain more of this power and energy because you're moving up, getting closer to the energy source. I've found the higher you get, the longer you go, because you're humbling yourself, you're sacrificing for really a higher purpose. You will naturally want to do things the right way, the moral way, because you see the effect that it has. And the higher you go, the more purified and cleansed, because you're getting closer to God. You're getting closer to the universe, the source of all creation. And this also helps you, because you're a co-creator, it helps you manifest even quicker because you're getting closer to the source of creation. So again, in the movie Star Wars, you have, say, Darth Vader. This person also has the power, the Force. This person uses this energy to create and dominate and influence people and take over the universe, right? Then you have the Jedi, and you have different types of Jedis that have different type of lightsabers, which means that with the same power that they each have, the Jedis, they use it differently. One is to serve humanity and serve the people and help people and move up and prosper. This is the side that when I practice semen retention, I'd rather be. I'm here to give you information. I'm here to help you to move forward and to heal. But some people want that energy and steal and bring you down because it helps them up, Darth Vader type of stuff. And so you have the Jedi who are here to serve, to bring up, uplift, and you have people that are like balanced. They know both and they choose what they want to do with it. So you kind of have a range of spectrum of what to do when you have this power and semen retention energy. You can attract, you can manifest things for yourself. You can use that same energy to help other people. You can use that same energy to destroy and steal people's energy. So you have the ability to make the change. But the change that you see comes from you. So if you don't like what you see, you always have the ability to change. Like, I'll give you an example. A very common example that I notice is all women are the same. All women do this. That's not true. Those women are the same to you. Those are the things that you are attracting into your life. There's something about you, your past experience, something about you that is drawn to that. Whether you like it or not, it's a subconscious thing. But you have the ability to become conscious and aware that you can change it. Anything and everything can change. You have the ability to change everything. Anything that you want, you can manifest and create. It's just you have to become conscious and aware. I think that the higher you go, you do become more aware, and naturally you will follow your soul's purpose. And you get more of what you truly want. Because again, you're in this society, there's so many different distractions, and you may be confused what you really want. That's where the power and influence of people want to go, because that is a human condition to want to steal other people's energy. That's very earthy, and third dimensional. When you go into higher dimensions, you kind of transcend above the human condition, which is that you transcend lust, you transcend getting influence over people. You'll want to naturally help people. You'll want to naturally uplift them because you will be closer to God. You'll be closer to the universe, the source, the light. You will be carrying that light, and naturally it's like going up a mountain. You'll want to help people up the mountain. I mean, it's only so fulfilling that you're up there by yourself. You're going to want to bring people up there because it's going to be rewarding. Wow, these people are saved. I can help these people through the power of God, because God helps you get up there. So I think that's it. We can go more in depth on each topic. There's so much to talk about, but I'm giving you an overview of all these topics that I have learned, my experience, my thoughts, deep thoughts on each when it pertains to semen retention, ability to manifest, to attract with the metaphysical side of things in semen retention, the correlation with semen retention and metaphysical. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Appreciate you guys watching.